Hi, today we will be making burgers and fries. So for the fries, we're going to be using this air fryer and this basket to put the fries in. And then for the burgers, we'll be using this bowl here to mix the meat. And then we'll use this cutting board and this knife for cutting up the vegetables. If you'll follow me, we'll be using this spatula here. And outside, we will be using this barbecue over here for making the burgers.
Daniel explained to you guys which utensils we're going to be using. We'll go over the ingredients. So we're going to start off with a 3/4 pound of lean meat. We're going to have some sesame seed hamburger buns. And then we're going to have a bunch of spices such as garlic, onion powder, red and black pepper, salt, and breadcrumbs. We're going to be mixing all of the meat with these and a cracked egg for our family recipe. And then we have 2 russet potatoes, which we're going to peel with the potato peeler. We're going to slice up into French fry little shapes and throw in the air fryer. And that will make us our French fries for today's meal.
So next we're gonna want to wash the potatoes just to make sure they're all clean. You get all the dirt and grime off. So just rinse them, kind of rub the dirt off. And then to the peeling.
Here we just have Daniel peeling our potatoes at rapid rate. This way we can get it done faster and more efficiently. How does it feel to peel this potato, Daniel?
Feels pretty crazy.
Yeah? Don't want it to slip out of your hands?
Yeah.
And make sure you get that spot on the end right there. We don't want any of those.
Alright, so next you're gonna want to grab your knife and then put your potato on your cutting board and start slicing the potatoes. So one cut straight through the middle. Flip it over, do another. And you want to keep rinsing and repeating this process until you get small enough pieces that you start slicing them small. So at one point you're gonna get small strips over doing this over time.
So Reed is still cutting the potatoes. He's making them ultra thin so they fry very well in the air fryer. And Daniel is peeling the second potato to be cut up into the air fryer.
Okay, so now we're gonna add the olive oil into the fries. And then we'll toss them up a little bit to get it all mixed up, and then we'll throw them into the air fryer. Alright, so now we're gonna put the French fries into the air fryer. Get it right in there. And then we're gonna start them out for 10 minutes at 325.
Go.
Okay, so this is part of the family recipe. Is we crack an egg into the bowl before we put the meat in, and then we mix all of the meat in with all the spices.
Alright, so next you're gonna want to take your ground beef and you're gonna want to put it in the whisked egg.
Alright, so now we're gonna preheat the barbecue. I'll stand back a little bit. I think. Alright, so we're gonna put in about a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. Probably a little bit more than a 1/4 cup. That's probably good. We'll throw that in there, and then we'll throw in our seasonings. So we'll start off with our onion powder. We'll just put a little bit of that in there. Then we'll put a little bit of granulated garlic in there. Then we'll put our crushed red pepper in. And then we'll go in with some salt and pepper. And that's that done.
So while we're making the meat, we had to reset the air fryer. It's in here for another 20 minutes.
Alright, so now we're just going to mix up the meat and get all of the ingredients in there. That's good. We can cut.
So we mixed up the meat and the spices. They're now pressed into patties. We're taking them out to be grilled. Go.
Alright, so next we're gonna just slide the burgers off and put them on to the grill. Mash them down a little, flatten them out, and then rinse and repeat. Kind of want to get them over where your burners are going, just so that you get the most heat there. Alright. So next you're gonna want to flip them.
Don't lose it though.
Flip them. There we go. So next we're gonna put the cheese on. Just lay it across once you have the burger flipped. Then that should be good. Alright, and then next, you don't have to do this, but it's nice to just put your buns on and kind of heat them up. You just lay them across the upper level. Alright, so now everything's done cooking.
So we took the fries out of the air fryer, we dumped them here. We're now gonna salt these babies up. Make them all nice and good. They already taste delicious. Think that's good? You want any more salt? No, perfect. Final steps in making the burger. Gonna wanna add a little pickle. And then, as the secret recipe goes, gotta add the smile. Grade A burger right here. So this is the final product. We've got 2 cheeseburgers and a nice hamburger, thick patties. They look delicious. I finished my plate, practically licked it clean. This stuff was delicious. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Probably like one of the best burgers I've ever had. Reed?
Yeah, I'd say it was a really good meal. The burger and the fries both turned out really well, which we expected and hoped for. And then the other bonus is that it's actually a really cheap meal. It was in total $6 split between the 3 of us, so it's a $2 meal. 2 potatoes was perfect for a fries for a serving of 3, so only $2 each.
I mean, if you compare that to McDonald's, like, technically this was cheaper.
Yeah,
so,
and better.
Way better.
Yeah.